It's really good. Betty at Hood. It's your main man, 100 grand custom Chuck, coming live and direct. Charles Hawkins Jr. here again on my Hollywood hustle. I'm back with y'all. I'm gonna share today. Thinking about one of my main goals is to have a studio, right? And I just want to. And I'm very visual, so I like to picture things and then make them come to fruition. So I actually picture, and I'm on Pinterest. I like. HGTV. I'll watch all that stuff because I want to be able to pick exactly what I want to put into my house eventually, and also my studio. But my studio is a short-term goal. In like the next couple of years, I'm definitely gonna have a studio. So in my studio, I really want it to be designed to where it's half basketball court, half like workout area-ish, and then studio, because I definitely want to be able to combine the health is wealth type situation with always getting to work in. I want to be able to lock in and not really have to go nowhere when we in the studio creating. So the studio will have two parts. One part will be multimedia, as far as like videos and shorts and cameras and all that good stuff and pictures. That'll be in one part, excuse me. And another part of the studio will be music, simple, voiceovers, music for rappers, singers, musicians, quartets. Shout out Jeff Gibbs. That'll be another section of the media side for the studio. Then the other side of that will be like a whole 3/4 half field type situation, maybe a basketball room we pull out. That's ideal. And then it's a big, like almost garage door or barn door openings to where when it's nice out, you can let that fresh air into the gym and out and play in, out, and also have the studio rocking. And then the front studio entrance will be super dope too. Plexiglass, everything. You got to come in. We're going to make it like a bodega type situation. Because for security reasons too, because it can get tricky. But yeah, promising studio. So everything I see is like two plots, or not two plots, but two areas. One with the studio side, and one with the athletic side, or the hoop. Workout, have some weights and bands and things like that. People come in and go crazy. Have a turf, maybe that'd be super dope. Then over here we got the studio, where it's one or two rooms where it's video cameras and almost podcasts and things like that, where we can have broadcasts and tapings and streams of everything live if we want to from there, shows and things like that we want to put on, and talks and gatherings and things like that. Then on the other side we have a full photo studio, and then the other side of that is the music part, where we have studios for bands and quartets and rappers and singers, and you can go in there and go crazy. And just the content and creation of all that dope stuff coming out of Chicago, I know it's gonna be super crazy. It's gonna be so dope. Man, I can't wait. It's gonna be an amazing vibe. When I hit that stride and get that going, it's gonna be an amazing vibe, man, because I know I can bring so many different types of people in, and it'll be a place to really kick it. Not everybody's gonna be allowed. You gotta really, really, really be about your business and be about doing something dope. Be committed to what you're doing to really get in there. It's gonna be a big deal. And the hit's gonna be everything coming out of there going very goity this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going crazy. Everything coming out of there is hot fire. Dylan. Feel me? Can't wait. And the brand of it, everything's gonna be dope. Thinking about the interior of it, it's gonna be very, very plush. Inside the studio area is almost very like that. I see purple, deep dark, like champagne, Merlot, colored plush velvets on the walls of the actual music studio where you go in to record. You got the mic stand, the nice lights, however you want your ambiance to be, you can have it. Lights up, lights down, party area, you know what I'm saying, really cool. Get your sage burning, get your, your feng shui right. Because I know that's a big deal for artists when they create, is to have the right atmosphere. And that's always been something that's interesting and exciting to me, is like what people need differently on their writers, or what they need on their like necessities to create. Smoke, something to drink, nothing at all, food, games on. You just need to kick it all day, come in right away, go to work, in and out. I like to see how people create, because I've always been a fan of greatness. So I love to see that too. So that's another thing that I'll be able to kind of, steal a little bit from everybody and see and kind of experience and talk about. Man, this guy or this lady or this group or these people or this person, when they came in, they create like this and they just go crazy, or they take all day and then there's boom, it's a hit. But that's exciting to think about too, because I'm a fan of greatness. It will be dope. I must bring it to fruition. What y'all think I should have in there? I'm put in there. I don't want to give y'all too much, because people definitely be jocking my ideas. So I don't want to give you too much of the specifics about what I'm gonna put in there. But it's gonna be something. Yeah, I'm gonna do an annual barbecue there for my birthday. We definitely gonna have the $5 hollers, where we come through and just have a party, man, where people can release music, something they made that day, something they made that week. We want to drop it and let the people feel it and let people get their critique, see if it rocks the party or whatever. $5 hollers to come in, you know, the red cup drinks, and we just having a good time vibing in that space, and experiencing and creating and being authentic to the memories we make with each other, man, and having something dope. That's what's gonna be big too. I'm excited about that. Debuting new music and seeing people go crazy and seeing things go from start to finish and then seeing them go nuts. That's gonna be dope. We're gonna definitely turn it up. Yeah, I can't give y'all too many of my details and ideas, man. That cats definitely be jocking my joint. But I mean, I don't care. You can have it, because I'm gonna do it how I do it, and how I do it is different than anybody else. So I'm not really tripping on that. But excited. Yeah, everything coming back to fruition. That's the studios that I'm gonna have. That's gonna be the first one. Shout out Tyler Perry. I'm on his heels. He got the whole, I gotta have it now. That's another thing. This goes to say how I just feel personally about myself, and I know I'm different. I'm not trying to knock anybody, and I don't speak negative toward anyone else. What you think is what you think, and what you do is what you do. Hey, it is what it is. But for me, myself, maybe my mentality can, you know, enlighten somebody else. But just comments about, you know, the cliche or the line, your idols become your rivals. At some point, I feel like that has to become true for everybody who wants to reach greatness. Real true greatness. That real small group of people who really are the best at what they do, right? And I knew exactly when it happened for me. Shout out my homeboy Q again, Quincy Pondexter. Shout out Jeremy and Gennaro Pargo, their annual football game where we've been whooping their ass for the last 5-6 years. But then but yeah, shout out Buck and Nero. And so we were playing at their annual flag football game with Quincy and a couple of my other homeboys. He was like, yo, let's go to the Jay-Z and Beyonce concert at Soldier Field. They were in town. I say, let's do it. He bought tickets, respect, because it was my birthday. Shout out Q again, love. Went to the concert, and that was the first time I was ever like, yo, I wanna get to that level. I think I can get to that level. Something in me, something deep inside me. This is before I started acting. This is before I really got into entertainment. I was still managing and doing all my contract and lawyer work. But I really felt in my soul. I'm looking at Jay, and I'm seeing it's amazing show. It's probably the best show ever. And I'm like, nah, I want to compete with him. Like, I really want to compete with him in my heart and soul. I know I can. My best of my best. I want to see what I can create to get to that level. I want to see what lane can I get into and be so great that I'm compared and in competition with Jay-Z of greatness. That's it, nothing else, just the greatness of it. Because the magnitude of the moment was so huge. Sold out Soldier Field. Him and his wife was going crazy. Amazing show. The production was unreal. The songs is nothing but hits. It's like, what can I do in my lane, in my sphere, to be as great and exhibit that in that moment and get after somebody else? I want to compete with Jay-Z. And I said that to some of my homeboys, and they later, so a couple days later, I'm like, man, and I think I said it like, man, we got to compete with Jay. Like, stop idolizing. Like, fuck Jay-Z. Like, let's really, like, let's not hold him to the pedestal of unattainable. Like, everything he's done, we can do or better. They laughed in my face. No cap. All facts. They laughed like, what? You think you as good as Jay? You want to be better than Jay? Like, what? I'm like, yeah. Like, what's up? Like, damn. At that point, I still ain't nothing, but I was definitely didn't even really have a direction at that point. And I remember my homeboys laughing. And they was like, you tripping. And then change the subject. And I'm like, I'm dead ass serious. Like, let's make him our competition. I don't even care about none of these dudes who y'all talking about. Jay is the competition. Let's get to him. I really feel in my soul like the one reason, it's crazy to sound, I feel like Jay-Z made, is he a billionaire now? Jay-Z is worth $1 billion. The only reason he made $1 billion is for me to be able to get 2. Because when I get into them points and when it's my time and I'm rocking and I'm after him and he's done all this greatness, Yo, you can't. I know how the deals go. You gave him this much. Y'all know what I need. Put my money in the bag. Put my money in the bag. He got one, so he crawled so I can windmill, dunk, leap, jump, triple jump, break every record. That's how I feel. He set no standards so we can go higher, but guys don't feel like that, so that's how I know I'm special, man. I'm destined for this. It's my time. I gotta make it happen. It's just about putting in that work. I'm addicted to it. I'm finding my lane. I'm getting into it, getting comfortable with it in entertainment, and finding exactly what I'm great at, and then once it's over with, I'm not gonna ever look back. Do the right thing with it too. Yeah, it's not like anything bad. At some point, at some point, I know I just wanted to be the best at what life is and what life was to me. And life is finding a career and a passion, being the greatest in the world at that, or the best you can be to your ability, and then living a life that you want. And the life that I want is taking care of my family and my kids, my wife, spoiling the heck out of her, making sure my kids have opportunities, making sure the people around me have different opportunities to do the same exact thing for themselves and their families. And then be the best in the world at what I do. And dress good, have flawless jewelry, what I'm saying, have real estate, have, all those good things too, because I've seen it all. I know how it works, so why not live that way? Because at some point, like I say, it's fleeting. I'm going to the upper room, it's over with. So I'm not gonna be the one who didn't try to get everything I saw to be the best of the best. If they make if they make the most comfortable couch, or a couch worth $10,000, why can't I have a $100,000 couch? It's just like people want to put you down for wanting to have a high quality of life. Don't listen to that, because when it's time to go, they're not gonna change your position and say, "No, I got you." It's your life and what you live, and it's up to you. So for me, I want the best of everything for me and my people around me. Plain and simple. Custom Chuck once again. Charles Hawkins Jr. on my Hollywood Hustle. Make sure your price is going up every single day. And